Yes. What it do, y'all? Bread Tuck Rob, Bread Tuck Legacy Show, and we are live, man. Check this out. I finally figured out how to do a podcast. I've been wanting to do a podcast for years. For my people listening, when I take pauses like that, that's because I'm sipping my beverage without a label. I take the label off cause boys ain't paying me. Lee, what's up, fam? But yeah, man. I finally, so this is going to be, I got the live right here. Tatiana, what's up, girl? I got the live right here. So if you're looking at me or if you're talking to me on the live, you're also gonna be, let me say that again. If you're talking to me on the live, people will hear me responding to you on the podcast because I finally figured out this podcast thing. This is why I'm so late. I was supposed to be y'all know I'm supposed to be up at 8 o'clock, but I was up trying to figure out this podcast thing so late last night. Man, I just went to sleep and I said I'll wake up and just show up when I show up. Man, y'all ain't pressing Kanye when he dropped his album late. Y'all ain't pressing Tiana Taylor. Is her album out yet? Y'all ain't pressed my boy Nas. So y'all can wait on me a little bit, man, but y'all know what it is, man. We have we have a very important topic I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about that XXX Tentacion situation, but man, that's a little heavy. I want to talk on something a little lighter right now. What I think is lighter. Them transgender I don't know the correct term to call people to be respectful. You know, when a man transitions into a woman, is that a transition dude or a transgender woman? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, man. So in Connecticut, oh, before we get into that, man, Big Three basketball, man. Lee put the emoji with the with the X, man. Man, Lee, tell me what that means. I don't really do emoji, so I don't understand. I know the peace sign, but tell me what the X means. But I know what Wakanda means, Wakanda forever. But check this out, man. I went to the Big Three basketball was in Houston yesterday, man. That's some good drink right there. Big Three basketball was in Houston yesterday, man. And I watched Big Three basketball. Last year I watched it. I say, what? Ice Cube just started a basketball league for retired basketball players to come continue playing basketball. I say, man, I'm checking this out. And I looked at the schedule for last year and they weren't in Houston. I told myself, whenever they come to Houston, I'm coming. So yesterday they were in Houston. And of course, me and the homie, Jake Sam Leadership, we had our tickets earlier. Man, we were sitting on the floor. Bruh, I'm used to sitting all the way at the top, man. But I'm walking into the stadium. I'm walking to my seat. And number one, I never really sit lower level. I'm just a cat that likes to be in the building. So if I'm at the top, I'm at the top. But I'm walking past. I'm like, man, this is a long walk. I'm walking down the stairs. Down, just walking. Then I finally stepped. Then they have the little not the curtain, but like a little, you know, the dudes on the floor that work there, and you got to get past them to get on the floor. And I give my ticket. I'm like, man, am I supposed to be down here? They're like, yeah, man, your seat's right there. And so I'm walking down onto the floor, and I sit in my seat, man, and I immediately see like Nate Robinson, man. Who else was there? ESG walked by me. Of course, Slim Thug and Zero, it came by. Trey the Truth was in there. My boy, I don't know if I said Steven Jackson, but Steven Jackson, Queen, J. Nicole. What's up, girl? You be showing love on the gram. Yeah, Steve Jackson. My boy, now Clyde Drexler was in the building. We got to show Drexler love. Steve Rappaport, I don't know how to feel about him. But, you know, it was a lot of love in there, man. And it was good to see a bunch of black people in the building supporting what this black man created. Of course, the legendary Ice Cube was in there, and it just felt good, man, to just be on the floor, sitting that close, looking at the Big Three basketball. I was so close and on the floor that I couldn't just like look straight ahead and watch the game because there's so many people obstructing my view. I had to look up at the big screen that was on the ceiling, man. But it was a good thing. It ended dramatic. You know, they give you 4 games. The first one wasn't televised because they go live after the second one. And you know, Nate Robinson's such a small guy. You know, Nate Robinson relates to the smaller guys, you know, like, because not all of us, I ain't never been 6 foot nothing in my life. And, you know, in the last game, you know, everybody's rooting for Nate Robinson. They're getting behind Nate Robinson. J-Sam leadership, man. We talking about the Big Three game we went to. Man, everybody's getting behind Nate Robinson because them big guys was knocking them over and all that, man. And then Nate Robinson hits the game-winning jumper and just walks off the court. And, you know, it was beautiful, man. So if Big Three basketball comes to your town, man, go check that thing out. Again, for my podcast listeners, when I take pauses like that, I'm sipping my drink. But yeah, man, we're about to get into the topics, man. But that Big Three basketball is beautiful. First topic I want to talk about: the transgender dudes in Connecticut. They ran track. It looked like they was running a 100-meter dash. It was 2 of them. It was dudes that become women. I don't know the proper term. I just know transgender. So if I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. I'm not trying to be a jerk. But they ran the 100-meter dash with other girls, and these transgender dudes got first and second place. And the mother, some of the mothers of them girls are hot. They not feeling that. And I'm watching the interview, and the woman's like, man, this isn't right. And, you know, they should have like a transgender, their own race, and it's not right. And she done got a petition going with 100 signatures. And I want to know how, if you listening to this, man, I want to know how you feel about that, man. Should transgenders, if you have a daughter, your daughters who were born women, they in a track meet, should dudes that decide to become women be running with your daughters? And they dominating the event. I'm talking about, I'm watching that thing, man. Them 2 dudes was getting it. And I'm like, man, this is not right. And I know that we want to, you know, a lot of people believe that men identify as women and all that other stuff. You know, okay, whatever. That's not my thing, but I'm not, look, whatever. I can just do my own thing. But some men identify as women. Okay, whatever. So if you want to wear a dress or wear whatever, I mean, that's your thing. That's okay. But when it comes to competing, and I seen that happen with wrestling too in some school districts. Lee, fam, bro, listen. I used to work at Lee High School, fam. Do you remember the Powder Puff game? Number one, man. Fam, I worked when I was a teacher assistant at Lee High School. And you know, at Lee's homecoming game, a gay dude won prom queen. I sat there and witnessed this with my own eyes. This is why this transgender track thing is funny. I'm a teacher assistant. I used to go support the football. I worked in the behavior I'm a special ed teacher now, but back then I was a special ed assistant. And you know, a lot of my kids, I worked with the bad behavior kids. They played football. And I'm like, man, I'm going to go to your games. I'm going to be in there. Number one, I like football. Yeah, Lee, yeah. Number one, I like football. 2, I'm going to support you. Man, I went to that homecoming game. the gay boy, he wasn't no transgender. Afton, what's up, girl? The gay boy, he wasn't a transgender, but he won prom queen. So how do you feel, man, if you have a daughter? Your daughter is her dream. She's born a girl, and she's like, you know what? I want to win prom queen one day. And you go to her football. She's in the running for prom queen. You go to or homecoming queen. I'm saying prom queen. Homecoming queen. You go to the football game as a father or a mother, and they give prom queen or homecoming queen to a gay dude. I'm for sure having a problem with that. Cause I'm not knocking. Listen, I'm not knocking gay people. I'm not knocking transgender people. That's not my place. All I can do is focus on what I got going on. But when it comes to competition, fam, come on, man. Imagine back then if Bruce Jenner was running with the women. I mean, it's not. I don't want to sound insensitive. I don't want to sound sexist or anything, but women and dudes, it's hard for them to compete physically. It's just different, fam. It's come on, man. Man, this same dude, I can't believe I almost forgot this. This same dude that won homecoming queen. And then imagine if you're a dude that won king. Bruh, if I'm winning homecoming queen, I'm not walking down the carpet with no dude that y'all just gave homecoming queen. I'm not doing it, bruh. That's disrespectful. He's still a dude. We had a trans in my high school, couldn't get into prom because he wore a dress. Man, you know what, Afton? When we were coming up, things were just different. It wasn't as comfortable. Lee, I ain't taking that photo. Thanks. Thanks. Cause I don't wanna, bro, that'll be a crazy photo, bro. To the people listening on the podcast, I'm sipping my drink. That would be a crazy photo, Lee. Afton, he dressed as a girl all in high school. You know what? There was a dude when I was actually in high school. Well, no, he didn't dress as a girl, but he was just like feminine. He wore like and this was what, now dudes dressing feminine is normal. But back then he wore like capri pants and, it was just crazy. But now he fit right in. Before I forget, this same guy that I witnessed win homecoming queen, he played in the Powder Puff game. Ladies, do y'all remember the Powder Puff game? It was close to the end of the school year, and y'all wore the football team's jerseys. You may have been a cheerleader or whatever, and y'all competed against other girls in a football game. It was fun, end of the year, whatever, high school, blah, blah, blah. This dude that won the homecoming queen played in the Powder Puff game. Now check this out. The dude was feminine than a mug. Yes. Well, I don't think back then y'all was saying yes like that. But the dude was feminine. He wasn't transgender. He was just extra. His voice was, he talked like a woman. He had woman mannerisms. This dude played in the Powder Puff game, and that brother was looking like Reggie Bush out there, man. That boy was looking like Reggie Bush at USC. That brother was running that thing like Saquon Barkley. He wasn't feminine on that thing, on that football field. That boy was fast than I'm looking like, man, he should run track. Why isn't he running track, gay or not? But he was tearing them girls up on that football field. That boy had that pill and just stiff arming. I'm like, fam, this isn't, bro, bro, bro. Like, I feel like he would have gave dudes problems. And that's another thing, not to get off subject, man. That's why I don't play with gay dudes like that, man. Them gay dudes, man, you think they gay and feminine, but you disrespect them and they put them hands on you. They put the man hands on you. Like that Big Frida that be on them Beyonce tapes. I think he got them hands, bro. I think he got some real life man hands. And I wouldn't play with that dude. Man, I'd just be respect. I wouldn't pay no mind that he dress how he dress or look how he look. I just, hey, brother, what's up? You good? All right. And I just keep it moving. I wouldn't even be in his way like that. Sipping my beverage. But yeah. So in Connecticut, the woman is starting a petition, or she started the petition because she doesn't feel like it's fair. And then there's somebody within the district. Big Frida looked like she had to hem some people up. You know what? I would actually pay, if I had a problem, I would actually pay Big Frida to hem some people up. Because that's scary. If a regular dude-looking dude beat me up, I think I could deal with that. But if a Big Frida-looking brother beat me up, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's why I wouldn't even want to take that chance, man. I just, hey, Big Frida, what's up? And just keep it moving. Whatever opinion I have, I'm keeping it to myself. But yeah. And then there's like a trans, with that same story of the two dudes that transitioned into women running that track meet and winning first and second. It wasn't even no competition. They was blowing them girls out the water. There's a transgender department in the school or in the district that's actually supporting them. It was a dude who either had a wig on or it was a white guy. Grown white guy who was dressed as a woman. He's like, yeah, we have to allow this because that's how they identify and there's nothing we can do about it and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, bro, this is not going to be fair. If this is how it's going to be, you might as well just make everything co-ed, fam. Save the trouble. Everything, sports co-ed. Let dudes play in the WNBA. Let dudes run against women in track. Because I think we're going down a slippery slope, man. But I will say, as a father, I would not want my daughter competing against other dudes in sports. I don't care how you identify, fam. If you were born as a dude, you need to be running with dudes. Your genetics did not change. Absolutely. That's a great point. That's a great point. You may change, you know, how you look, your facial features and all the other stuff. But man, you still, like I say, that dude, I witnessed this gay dude play in a powder puff game against women, and it was not fair. That brother was looking like Arian Foster circa 2012. It wasn't cool, man. And you know, to kind of wrap that part up, man. Come on, fam. Now we just letting anything happen. It ain't no boundaries. Just like in America, we not having boundaries anymore, man. Some things you gotta shut down. You gotta make executive decisions and be like, all right, fam, this ain't happening. You can identify as a woman. You can dress as a woman. You could be a woman if that's what you want to do. Ain't nobody disrespecting you. But fam, you not running against women in a track meet, bro. You not playing against women in a powder puff game, bro. Bro, we not giving you prom queen, bro. Bro, you not getting homecoming queen, bro. Bro, if I'm a dude and I win homecoming king, and a dude win homecoming queen, I'm forfeiting my title, bro. I'm giving that trophy back like Reggie Bush was forced to give back his Heisman, bro. Y'all ain't gotta force me. I'm giving mine back, man. Take me out the record books, bro. Whatever year I won, take me out, bro. Sipping my beverage for my podcast listeners. When you hear that silence, it's because I'm sipping my drink. But I want to shift to another topic, man. I want to shift to a topic that's very important, man. As we know, last week, XXX Tentacion was murdered after coming out of a motorcycle shop. Now, I will say this. I'm a fan of Joe Budden. I watch Joe Budden. I used to watch this show called Everyday Struggle when Joe Budden was on there. Joe Budden called this. Not to be negative, but he was talking to a guy that used to co-host with him named DJ Academics. And he told DJ Academics, he said, you need to stop co-signing what this XXX guy is doing because XXX is going to get himself hurt or killed. And because you're connected with it, you're going to get yourself into some stuff that you can't handle, and you're not going to be able to report on the street stuff because it wouldn't benefit you. Reporting on the street stuff, it will not be conducive to your health or conducive to you living. This was maybe 6 months ago. I watched this episode. I'll never forget. Young Berg was on there. Well, he doesn't go by Young Berg anymore, but Young Berg was on there, or Hitmaker. And it's another guy he produces with that has like blonde dreads and he paints his nails. I'm not touching that. But as we know, last week, XXX Tentacion was murdered. And I didn't listen to XXX Tentacion's music. His stuff is more for the younger generation. I'm 34 years old. Not my music. But what I do remember, my first introduction to an XXX Tentacion was Drake dropped the album called More Life. And one of the songs on Drake's album is called Kissing My Teeth, or KMT. And Drake is and the flow that he has on that song was supposedly taken from a XXX Tentacion song. And those two had issues. That was the first time I say, who is that XXX Tentacion? Then I looked him up and I say, this guy have half blonde dreads, half black dreads, not interested. But then I began to hear more of him. I began to hear that the young kids like him. XXX Tentacion. But what I noticed was he would get online and just say crazy stuff and just have all these issues with people. I would watch videos and I saw him on stage performing the song Barefoot, you know, packed house. Performing the stage barefoot. Somebody runs on stage and knocks him out. I saw another video, him and one of the Migos were fighting or something. I'm like, man, what's going on? Like, what is this guy? And he's always, at that time, he was threatening people and all this. And I'm like, man, that's a dangerous game. That's just like, what's the kid with the rainbow hair? The 69 guy, Tekashi 69. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm talking about the same guy, the XXX Tentacion, I noticed a lot of trolling from him back then. Then, supposedly, I didn't look too deep into the story, but he beat up his girlfriend really bad. She had Black eye, she was looking crazy. Then I would see these videos of XXX Tentacion. I never really watched them, but some of if I die and I hope the kids just make it and blah blah blah. I hope they get something out of my music and da 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 da. And he had a strong fan base. They were saying that this guy was the Tupac of his generation. And I'm gonna share a story that connects with that logic. I don't know if logic is the word I use. Well, I'm gonna tell the story that connects with that theory or that theme or whatever. But he began to change his life from what I hear. He was kind of trying to distance himself from the old stuff. He was changing. And a new story to me, his girlfriend was pregnant when he died. So now you have another child coming in without the father because of foolishness. And I heard Charlemagne say something important. You may be with the foolishness for a long period of the time. You're about that life. You want all the smoke. But then it gets to a point where you evolve and you try to change your life and you're not with all that foolishness anymore. That's good for you. But the person that you have issues with, they still want the issue. They still want the smoke. They still want the foolishness. So then they catch you off guard. And now you're either hurt or dead. And that's why this situation sucks. The brother said he was changing his life. The brother had a child, had a child on the way. Impact. When we talk about impact, let me go back to that story. I'm a teacher, but I also counsel kids. This past week, I was counseling a child. Child 16 years old. 12 years old. I got with him. He was upset. I mean, just looking down, I say, "What's up, man? You okay?" And one of the counseling strategies or tactics I was going to use, I was going to connect this XXX situation to his situation to tell him why he needs to change his behavior. I said, "Do you know XXX Tentacion?" He pulled out his phone and he showed me XXX Tentacion as a screensaver. I said, "Wow." I said, "How do you feel about this guy dying?" He said, man, sad. This guy understood me. Let's go back to the Pac comparison. This 12-year-old kid said that this XXX Tentacion kid understood him. He made music that lifted him up. I said, "Man." I said, "Tell me more." He said, "XXX Tentacion made me feel like I can be great." I said, "Whoa." I say, "Well, I tell you you could be great. What's the difference?" He says, "Man, no disrespect, it just means more coming from him." I said, "Whoa, hey, I get it, man. I get it. I'm not even gonna compete with that." And it's just unfortunate, man. I didn't know the impact was that strong. I'm a 34-year-old guy, man. I see it and I'm like, man, but where's J. Cole at? Where's Kendrick? But these kids really love them. Now, I haven't heard the music. I don't know what the music is like that. But the senseless violence has to stop. Music pull on your heartstrings. You're right, Lee. You're right. And that was his connection to this guy. And we're so goofy, man. Let me explain that. This kid Not XXX Tentacion. I'm not gonna talk crazy about a person that passed. The guy that killed him supposedly posted like, "I'm about to go viral today." Yeah, you're about to go to prison for the rest of your life too, buddy. And then this lifeless body. There was a video, man. I don't watch videos like this. But XXX, his body's lifeless, and people are just recording it. My goodness. Somebody's got to be CPR certified. Help him. Put your phone down and help the man. Put your phone down and help resuscitate this man. He's dying. Chris Shields, what's up, fam? Help bring this man back to life. Why are we recording him dying? We are so desensitized to violence, and it's disgusting. We will watch people die instead of help them. Man, I just took the CPR class, man. You pump right here about 30 times. Man, you pump that thing 30 times, man. Then you hold the nose back, blow a few breaths into it. While somebody uses their phone, not to video, but to call the ambulance. You have people, but instead a bunch of people recording this so they can get hits on their phone. We are so desensitized to people dying. We're desensitized to violence. I didn't watch a video. I'm scrolling down Facebook, and Facebook, when you're just scrolling, videos just play. I'm not even an animal lover like that, fam. I had to take it because all of my boys. Yeah, man, that's some good stuff to have, man. That's some good stuff to have, bro. I was scrolling down Facebook, man, and a video was playing. This dog was tied up to a fence, and somebody was hitting it with a bat. Boom! And I'm like, whoa! Whoa! I can't watch stuff like that, man. What are we doing? But some people sit up and watch this stuff. Some people sit up and record this stuff instead of trying to stop it and help it. Tell me about it. Yeah, fam, man. I'm not even a dog lover like that. I'm not going to hurt no dog. I'm just not going, you're not going to see me in, a march for a dog or anything. And if you wear a fur coat, okay, whatever. I saw somebody just light a dog on fire. I said, whoa, I can't watch this. People will shoot people on that Alton Sterling thing. I can't watch stuff like that. But we are so desensitized to violence. The man's laying lifeless and people are just recording. What if that's how his family found out he had passed on? Because somebody recorded it with a video. That stuff isn't to be seen like that. But the whole point I want to say about that, man, is God bless that brother, his family. He has a child on the way that his child won't even get to know. Prayerfully, another man with sense will be able to come in and help raise his child. It's just unfortunate because maybe that child was the reason he was starting to change his life. And mental health, he was going through some mental health things, man. And we have to check on people, make sure people are okay. You have to check. If you notice something unusual with your friends, man, you just gotta, hey, what's up, fam? You all right? It's just an unfortunate situation, man. It's just so many messages in that, man. Instead of recording people dying, why don't we help them, man? Why don't we call somebody? Why don't we grab somebody who can help? Huh? Instead of just standing there recording them. So your Instagram will be popping. Why don't we call people, check up on them? Hey fam, you all right? You good? Cause you sounding nuts on the Instagram. I saw that live you just put up. You all right? And won't we just, bottom line, man, why don't we program the world? I'm with you, fam. Why don't we just go back to being human? That's it, man. Just go back to being human. Because it's easy to just sit back and watch. It's easy to just laugh at until it happens to you or one of your family members. But that's all I want to say, man. But y'all know what it is, man. Bread Tuck Rob, Bread Tuck Gang Forever, Bread Tuck Legacy Show. Thank y'all for who stayed and watched this thing. I know it's long. This will be a podcast on Audio Boom. And man, I'll catch y'all next week, man. And we just doing our thing, man. Y'all know what it is. Sorry for me being late with it, but I was trying to figure out the podcast thing. But y'all know what it is. Bread Tuck Rob, Bread Tuck Gang Forever. Y'all mucho, take it easy. H-Town all day.